Coming up on Mountain News this morning, hospitals struggle to find more workers as the Commonwealth sees a jump in cases of COVID. And a committee chosen to discuss the potential future for medical marijuana comes together for another meeting in the state capitol.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you, 6:01. I'm telling you what, we are just acting up here on Mountain News this morning. Let's take it over to Brandon this morning before I'm no longer on Mountain News this morning. Brandon, good morning to you. Lord, I'm telling you, we just have us a good old time.
We do.
We do. And you know what? That is okay to have some fun.
That's right.
You know, I don't know, there's no fun police here.
That's
so,
exactly.
unless it's you know.
No, I'm pretty easy.
Sometimes you have to wrangle me in, though, but it's all right.
I do have to wrangle you in sometimes. All right, let's get over here and take a look at this forecast because we do have a little bit to talk about this morning. We're taking a look at the Mountain Parkway at the Wolf-Powell County line. Not too much going on there. It's not switched over into daylight mode yet, but again, a few clouds out there. No rain up that way, but there is some rain nearby. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s this morning, so a fairly mild start to the day. 80 out in Paducah already this morning, close to it there in Louisville and Nashville, both at 79. Bowling Green's at 78, Owensboro at 77, 69 across the river there in Cincinnati, up toward Ashland as well. 90 is the forecast high. The average high is 85. 96, the record set back on this day in 1986. Dakota?
Brandon, thank you. We are seeing COVID-19 cases increase again in our region. Doctors tell us they are seeing an increase in COVID patients at their hospitals, but they are facing another issue on top of increased COVID numbers and not having enough staff. Dr. David Worthy with Baptist Health Corbin says we are in the middle of a COVID outbreak, but most cases are mild.
We are seeing much more than 2 months ago where we got down to, just 1 or 2 or 3 cases a day. So we're higher than that. We're somewhere between 10 and 20.
Viruses change through mutation, meaning sometimes mutations result in a new variant of a virus. Right now, we are seeing the BA4 and BA5 Omicron variants.
Just like the flu, you can have a mild drift where the genetic code shifts a little bit and you can kind of get it again, becomes contagious, or you can have a major shift in which you kind of have a really strong variant. That happened from like the original to Delta.
He says hospitals in general are struggling, not because of COVID-19 patients, but because they cannot find employees to take care of their COVID and non-COVID patients.
So what's worrisome is even a minor surge come this fall, it's going to be very difficult to take care of those folks because we have less staff.
A lot of younger nurses are turning to travel nursing.
They're not onboarded and orientation like the rest of them. And so that's what's creating a problem right now. And it's a substantial problem across Kentucky and much of the nation.
Dr. Worthy says they are working on incentives for staff.
We're looking at, of course, getting the salary right. We're looking at a cafeteria of benefits. We're looking at increasing help with educational assistance.
Hoping the recent increase will not stress staff. Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News. The CDC recommends people get their COVID vaccine if they have not already and get a booster if you can. Well, Governor Andy Beshear's team at Kentucky Medical Cannabis Advisory Committee met in Frankfort Tuesday evening. Members say since the committee was formed a little more than 1 month ago, it has gotten at least 2,700 emails of support. Yesterday, dozens of people lined up to share their stories, their battles, and their beliefs that medical marijuana could be the saving grace for thousands of Kentuckians. Committee member Julie Cantwell, whose son suffers from seizures and has to go out of state to get treatment, says she can relate to their stories.
It is very frustrating because I know that a lot of children are suffering. And I'm sure that they're watching, and I'm sure that the opposition is watching, and I hope that they will take something from this. I hope that they hear these veterans' stories. I hope that they hear these moms' stories.
There is one final town hall scheduled for Monday in Hopkinsville. You can also submit input online. We have a link to do so over on WYMT.com. Substance abuse is a prevalent issue across our region, but with the help of local organizations, One Eastern Kentucky community held an event to offer support and resources to those struggling with addiction. Our Alyssa Williams has more.
A sea of green filled Hayden City Park as the community held its first recovery rally on Tuesday.
So we just want to let everyone know that recovery is great, and we want to celebrate those in recovery.
The City of Hyden partnered with Mountain Comprehensive Care Center to host this event, inviting other outreach organizations to connect people with the help they need.
I think it's very important that we host events like this. That way those that have overcome addiction can come out and see that, you know, we support them. We want to see them get better. We want to help them.
The event offered food, a musical guest, and opportunities for recovering addicts to share their personal testimonies of overcoming addiction.
To give those people a second chance, those are the people that's going to help the people down the road. I mean, when you get somebody in recovery, they can help the next person. That's the people it takes, and the people it's going to take to, you know, help this area. I mean, that's what we got to do.
Hyden Mayor Carol Joseph says organizations like Mountain Comprehensive Care Center have a large impact on the city and county, and she hopes events like this can further promote its presence in the area.
Having this many people to talk to, and there's so many people that come by the office and share with me that the help that these ladies and guys out there give them and how much the support means to them. So we try to support everything they do to help them out.
Helping to create a happier, healthier, and recovering City of Hyden. In Leslie County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Mayor Joseph adds it was very eye-opening and informative to hear the testimonies of speakers and learn just how much these outreach programs benefit those in recovery. She hopes to partner with Mountain Comprehensive Care Center for more events in the future. The Kentucky Blood Center is asking you to play your part in giving the gift of life. The center says it is in desperate need for local blood donors. Summertime is a critical time for KBC as it has high levels of transfusions and not enough donors. Negative blood types are encouraged, but other blood types are welcome as well. The center encourages people to sign up.
Now we really need people to take immediate action. We need people to sign up and get in here at the blood centers. We've got 8 locations throughout the state. We've also got more than 2,000 mobile drives where we're out into the communities, places of business, places of worship.
If you are interested in donating, you can go to kybloodcenter.org. You can type your county or city and book a time slot. The Perry County Farmers Market set up outside of Hazard ARH yesterday. Originally, the Kentucky Blood Center Bloodmobile was planned to take donations, but due to mechanical issues, the organization was unable to make it. But this gave the community and ARH employees the chance to shop local.
ARH wants to provide more healthy, more options for our staff and our community members. And so we hope that by inviting people on site here to our hospital, that we're able to do that for the community.
Organizers say the next pop-up market at the hospital is August 16th, and ARH hopes to have the Bloodmobile back at the next event.
.609 here on this Wednesday morning. We'll take a look at the satellite radar and see just a few little spotty showers are trying to roll through parts of the region this morning. Nothing too crazy, but again, they're out there. So maybe keep the umbrella handy just in case today, especially near the Kentucky-Tennessee border and then up near the Mountain Parkway and I-64 corridors as well. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s out there this morning, heading for 90 a little bit later on today. Now, I've got a 20% chance on there. I think it's spotty to scattered off and on throughout the daytime hours. Sun and clouds, it will be steamy. 90 for a forecast high. You factor in the heat index, could feel closer to 100, but tonight is the big show. Cold front coming through, bringing some chances for some stout storms overnight. Make sure everybody get those weather alerts quickly, especially in the overnight hours when most of you will probably be asleep. And then summer heat is on the way for the end of the week and the weekend. Dakota?
All right, B-Rob, thank you. Coming up, temperatures soar from coast to coast, prompting some renewed calls for government action on climate change. That's just ahead this morning.